G'day and welcome to another video. In today's video I am going to talk about things I've been up to and what I have finished. I have a project that I've finished to show you. This is the second time filming this because the first one had no sound. Yay. So I have no idea what I spoke about. So I do have a list with 3 items, so let's talk about those. So a couple of weeks back I went on a retreat with Chantel from Fiberific here on YouTube. You can check her channel out if you want. Chantel does weekly lively chats on a Thursday Australia time at 10 AM. I'll put a link for you in the description box below if you want to check out more for that. And Chantel puts on a retreat once a year. It's generally around August, September, and it is in Queensland. And if you don't know much about Australia, that is the state above where I live. I am in New South Wales, and that is the state Sydney is in. So Queensland is above us on the east coast of Australia, if I haven't already said. I don't know if I'm going to repeat myself or not, because I feel like I've just spoken about this literally. Anyway, so retreat was awesome. I had to fly up there because it is about a 16-hour drive from my house, and I personally don't like driving that distance. I'm lucky if I drive like 45 minutes. So the 16 hours was not an option. So I flew up there, met my friend Emma and Sally at the airport, and Emma hired a car. We chipped in for the car hire, and Emma drove us to the retreat, which I think is about an hour and 45 minutes from the airport. I'm not really sure, but we were in the car for a couple of hours because we stopped off, had some lovely lunch, or was it breakfast? I don't know. We got in at 8 o'clock, so it was probably breakfast, because I think we went there first. I can't even remember now. It's all a blur. But we stopped into a yarn shop. One was called Art and Craft Cottage, which was lovely, really big store, had lots of yarns and all the things that you need for knitting, crochet and craft. And then we went and stopped at another store called the Yarn Bowl, and that was a smaller shop but just as beautiful with lots of lovely yarn. I didn't make a purchase at the first one because, I don't know, nothing got my attention. But at the second store, which I think was called the Yarn Bowl, I bought 2 skeins of yarn, and these are both Malabrigo. It's coming back to front to me. Hopefully that is not back to front for you. And colour is number 27, and it is Bobby Blue. So this is a gorgeous colour. Back here is, well, that's definitely the colour. It's a dark navy. It's absolutely stunning, and it's got really dark sections. I don't know if that's coming up. My light is quite bright. I'm at a different angle than normal, so the lighting is slightly off because I've had to film on my video camera, and this is the first time filming like this in this setup, so I'm just sort of figuring out what to do. And my second one I got was Wales Road. This is also Malabrigo Rios. This is a 10 ply or a worsted weight yarn or an Aran. Did I tell you the colour number already? I can't remember. Colour 247 Wales Road. So this is a purple and blue. Purples are really weird coming up on computer screens, but back here that's the colour. They're both quite dark colours, well, quite dark colours, but really, really lovely. And it's so squishy. Love it, love it, love it. So another thing I got, which is now out of the tin because I got it out in the first video I filmed, which didn't work, is these. The Knitting Barber, what's that little sticker say? It just says the original. On the back it says TKB cords. TKB. I have no idea what that stands for. All different colours, like all the colours around that sticker were all the colours that you could get these cords in. And I normally get blue because I'm just a blue person. There you go. But I decided to get hot pink. This is like 80s hot pink. So you get 2 short cords. And if you knit, you'll know what waste yarn is. You don't really use it in crochet. No, you don't really use waste yarn in crochet. So you use waste yarn in knitting to hold stitches. So if you're making a sleeve, you may need to put your stitches on hold, like a pattern will tell you, put your stitches on hold. and you can use these cords, and they're really flexible. They feel like what do you call it, like licorice shoelaces, if anyone knows what they are. That's like the little skinny licorice. They look like this, exactly like that, but licorice. You can eat them. And then you get a really long one, which is obviously great for if you're doing a jumper and you've got the you're down to like your bottom band, but you want to put your stitches on hold and try it on to see if it's long enough. Great ones for those because they're really long. I love them. They feel really good. They actually feel like licorice shoelaces. So I'll pop that aside. My next thing I want to talk about is a project that I have finished. I am currently running a thing, and it will be probably forever on Facebook. I've just got to open Facebook again because I cannot believe I filmed for half an hour and I went to edit the video. I filmed it with my computer and my webcam. No sound. Obviously my settings were off. So I'm not happy about that. Really annoyed me. Really annoyed me. So it's the Finish or Frog challenge. I'm running this challenge on my Facebook group, and there is a pinned post at the top of the page where you can check that out. And if you've followed me for a little while, you know I made the mosaic blanket. So when I did the tutorial, I made mine about that long. I kept working on it after the tutorial, but I just stopped. I stopped, and then I don't know how long ago that was, but I stopped making it, and then I converted, this is our double garage, so I converted our garage into my new studio, and everything in the house that was craft related came out into this room. Let's just say I was horrified of how much stuff I have, but we won't go there. So I had this blanket, and I was like, Finish or frog? What am I going to do? So I thought, I don't want to frog it because it's quite a lot of work, but I want it finished, and I don't want to crochet it into a blanket because it would have had to have been 5 times the size that I'd already done, and I was like, oh, that's just too much. And I thought, what can I do with it? It was too short for a scarf. Like, it was wide enough for a scarf, but the length of it just wasn't long enough. And I was like, what can I do with it? And I finally thought, I'm going to make a bag. So it's a square bottom bag, if you know what that is. I'll show you. It has a square base. This is really awkward. I need to sit back a bit. Has a square base like that, and so it will sit flat when you put it on a table. And then this is just the big bag part of it. So the inside is just the back of the blankets. I'm not going to line this one because it's finished. I'm over it. I want it out. I want it done. So it's gone. I'm not going to line it. Look, I didn't even sew my end. I am leaving them because I wanted it finished. It's for me. I don't care if my ends aren't sewn. I really don't. So, and I just put a little drawstring in the top, and it's a little crochet project bag. It's really lovely. It's lovely and squishy. So that is my mosaic blanket pattern. And this is the sample that we worked up on the video tutorial. I will put a link for you in the description box. That will be down below. If not, I will try to remember to put the links in the comment section, and it'll be a pinned post. If it's not there, put a comment and say, hey, you forgot to do it. Claire, you forgot to put those links in, and I'll put them in for you. So this has a border on it by Tina. I cannot pronounce her last name. I'll put it across the screen. By Tina, and she's also on YouTube, has beautiful, beautiful patterns, mosaic blankets, and uses the, what is it? Enclosed border, I think it's called. There will be a link for this tutorial for the border that she's done, and I'll put the link for you in the description box. Enclosed border. So all these little ends, so all the ends that you just saw inside my bag, if that was a blanket, they would disappear. Because you add this edging, you don't sew in any ends of your colours, your different colours, and all of them get captured inside this edging. It's double-sided, so I don't know if you can tell. There's crochet on that side, crochet on that side, and then you join together at the top. It's fantastic. You have to go and check it out. It will change the way you make blankets that are in different colours. Trust me. You go from, I don't want to sew in an end, to, I don't care if I change colours 1,000 times because I don't need to sew in an end. Brilliant. You have to go and check it out. So that's what I used that video tutorial for this bag. Please don't ask for the tutorial to make the bag, because to tell you the truth, I can't even remember what I did. I can't remember. Looking at it, I'm like, how did I do that? I don't know. But it's done and it is finished. So yes, it's a finished item. So yay! So let's pop that aside. The other thing I wanted to show you is I made a little purchase at the retreat that I went to, which was amazing. If you ever get a chance to go on a craft retreat, go for it. Go by yourself. Don't worry. Everyone there is craft minded, so you are going to be able to talk to people. So my little purchase at the retreat, I'll show you that. But we also got a goodie bag, and I've eaten all the lollies that were in the goodie bag, all the candy, if you would call it that, or sweets. We call it lollies here in Australia. I've eaten all of the lollies, so they're gone. Can't show you, sorry. But there are videos at the retreats. Kelly was our unofficial, official photographer, if you want to call her that, because she was taking photos of all the food, all the things that we were getting. Yeah, so really awesome. I've kindly asked Kelly if I could borrow them to put them in a video. So thank you, Kelly. Really appreciate that. And in that little goodie bag that we got for going to the retreat, we had this little, I'm going to call it a needle cozy or a needle keeper. I'm not exactly sure what Emma calls them on her Etsy. So the Gamer Widows, which is my friend Emma, made these little needle keepers. I put this needle in there in the last video that no one will see because there's no sound. So just to prove that this is a yarn needle and I could poke it through the felt. So they are so cute. I'm going to take that needle out actually because I use it on when I make my tutorials. Put that over there. So it's a little snap closure. Did I close it? Yep. Little snap closure, and has a little clasp on the end there, so you can literally attach it to your project bag. So that was a little freebie that we got in our goodie bag, which had lots of things in there. Like I said, I'm going to insert a photo. One other thing we did get in our goodie bag that was a freebie was from Margicraft, and they are a New Zealand company, and they were so lovely. They gifted Chantel for us a lucet. If you don't know what a lucet is, there's going to be a photo on the screen, and it's a tool. I don't know the exact dates, but it's a tool that a very long time ago they used to use, and they used to use it to make items like straps or belts, but now we can use it to make cords. We had a little demonstration from Chantel, and Emma was helping too, and they showed us how to use it. It is so easy. Oh my gosh, so easy. Once you get the cast on, which we had to practice quite a few times, once you've got that bit down, which wasn't hard, it was just learning something new, and your brain was screaming, oh my gosh, get me out of here. It was really easy to do. Kids could do it, like it was so easy, so easy. So yeah, we got that in our goodie bag. I can't think what else was in there. Oh, there's another thing that's attached to my bag, but I want to show you this one first. And if you are Australian, you will know what must sticks are. If you are not Australian, you may not know. I don't know. Are these a thing anywhere else in the world? I really don't know. So a must stick is a lolly or a candy or a sweet that generally is about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches long, about yay big, and they taste like musk. That sounds gross. Like the word musk sounds gross, but it reminds me of like, I don't know, dirt. They don't taste like dirt. They're really sweet and sugary and musk flavour. I love them. They're one of my favourites. So as soon as I saw this musk stick fabric, I had to get it. Check out the little stitch marker that is attached. That was also part of the gift from Emma from Gamer Widows. And on the other side, it's got her little business tag, and I just popped on one of the badges, or what do you call them? Badges? Pins. I put one of the pins on there because I thought that was cute. It says Yarn Snob. So I saw that one, so I had to get that. And I've got a few of these little humbug pouches. They're great. You can fit scissors in there. There's not much in there. I think the scissors and everything are on the table in the other room. So a little pair of scissors in there, stitch markers, you name it, fits in there. Well, not literally, you know what I mean. So what I do is I have a little one of these and I put them in the project that I'm working on, and then that's just a little notions pouch. So of course, when I saw this next thing, I had to get that too. It's a matching project bag. Oh my goodness. So again, it has the Gamer Widows logo, label, and how cool is this fabric? Like, if you like mustics, you just love this bag. So it has a drawstring closure, which is awesome, and I love it. And inside you have some pockets. Like that's showing up, but there's some pockets in there. Great project. You could fit a pair of socks if you knit. I could easily make a crocheted hat with a ball of yarn in there. Probably a scarf. Don't know. Maybe a scarf, and maybe a small shawl. At least when you're starting it off, at least. So you've got that. I wonder if Emma's got any more of this fabric, and I could totally get the larger version of this, because the larger version was great, but the fabrics that were left over wasn't what I was, not what I was looking for. So if it was mustics, I would have grabbed that thing straight away. So yay, matchy project bag and little humbug pouch. Like I said, there will be a link below for, pop that in there. There will be a link below in the description box for Emma's shop, and you can go and check them out. They're so good. They're so well made as well. Emma's very good at sewing. I just love the construction of it too. It's really cool. What else do I have to talk about? I'm looking down because I have a little list. And when I say little, it's got 3 items on it. So I've talked about the Retreat, and I've talked about the mosaic bag. So Retreat was great. Again, I can't remember what I've talked about because I've already done a video, which again won't see the light of day. It's already been deleted. I hate when people say and I do it myself. La la la. Let's say instead. Oh God, it's really bad. Leonie was the lovely lady that runs a retreat. Her and her husband. I'm sorry, I don't know her husband's name. No, don't know it. I don't actually know it. Leonie looked after us, and her husband looked after us for the retreat. It was 2 nights, 3 days. Got there at Friday at about 2 o'clock, which I think is what time the gates open, around 2 o'clock, and left around 2 o'clock on Sunday. And the retreat includes your accommodation, which is cabin style, so you may share with a couple of people. I was very lucky and I didn't have to share, which is kind of nice when, I don't know, like you don't want to snore, you don't want to cough or talk in your sleep because it's embarrassing and the other person can't get any sleep. So I was very grateful to get my own room. And Leonie fed us. I, for 3 days, was not hungry once. Breakfast, morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea and dinner was served to us. Lovely, delicious food. It was amazing. And the retreat that we go on, where we sit and craft, so there's no structure, you just sit there. It's low key and chill. That is the theme for the retreat, low key and chill. And you just sit there, you craft, you talk, and you eat. And it's a one big sort of hall type situation, big long room, absolutely lovely, big glass windows, you can see outside and see the lovely surround. It's in the forest or in the bush here, what we'd say in Australia, but it's in a forest, absolutely lovely. And the dining room is literally just one end of the room. So at one end there's a bunch of tables and seats and tables, and Leonie, my computer sound is not turned down, but anyway, Leonie just comes out of the kitchen door and just goes, lunch is ready, breakfast is ready, and we're just like, okay. And we toddle off and we go and sit, and there's free tea and coffee, and it's amazing. It's so amazing that it pretty much booked out. I think it did book out the night of the last day of retreat. So on the Sunday, most of us rebooked, and then some said, oh, we've got to go home and check with their husbands. Personally, I didn't check, I just booked. We'll spring that on hubby later. And so yeah, people must have gone home, and by later that night it was sold out. It is so good. So if you ever get a chance to go, please go on a retreat. I'm looking that way. I'm just checking to make sure my camera is not running out of batteries or anything, because I want to get this video up. So let me know if you're enjoying this style of video. I haven't done this style of video for quite a while. I was very nervous on the last thing that I just filmed, which didn't work, but I got all my nerves out, so now I'm just blabbing away. So the third thing I want to talk, and last thing I want to talk to you about, is my new tutorial. What? New tutorial? My goodness. It has been a while. It has been a while. My new tutorial is I can't even show you because I've gifted it to a friend already. It is a loofah or a shower scrubby or an exfoliator, whatever you call it. It is on the screen now, and that is my latest tutorial as of the filming of this video, which is, what is it, the 22nd of the 8th. Ooh, 1 month to my birthday. My voice is going because I've been talking so much. Yeah, so my latest tutorial is that. It is a great beginner's project. You practice single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. That is the American terms, and in English terms it is a double crochet, half treble, and a treble. If you can hear that rattling noise, it's the thing that sits on the window that a friend of mine gave me that passed away about 8 years ago now. Wow. And it spins around when the wind captures it, and every time I hear the noise it reminds me of her. So that, if you can hear that, that's what that noise is in the background. I think that is it. That's my new tutorial that I've spoken about. It is great for beginners because you practice all their stitches. If you're not a beginner, it works up super quick. I had a lady, well, I think it was a lady, I don't know. I had a person comment on my video and said, oh wow, can't wait to make this. An hour later she commented again and said, I finished it, it's fantastic. So if you're a quick crocheter, you can literally make them up in an hour. I think they would make great Christmas gifts for someone that you don't really know what to make them, because most people have showers, right? Most people. I think it'll be good. And also it pairs really good with the face wipes, which I thought I had them on my table, but oh yes, here's one. Here's some I made earlier. So these ones, do they have the end? Well, this one's got its end sewn in. So these are little face wipes. You can use them to remove makeup or just clean your face in the shower. This one doesn't have its tail sewn in. But you can do them all in different colours. This one's a peachy colour. Cream. I've made heaps. There's a big stack. They are great gifts to give people. And they're great. You can wash them and everything. So once you've got them, literally you save money because you don't have to buy other things. They're disposable ones again. I'm rambling. That is all I have to talk about to you today. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. Let me know if you like this style of video, and I'll make a couple more, just quick. Well, I think it's quick. I feel like I'm talking quick, so does that make a quick video? Probably not. But just a little video to say, hey, this is what I've been up to. So please join the Finish or Frog Challenge that we have on Facebook. There is a link for you in the description box below. And like I said, I will try and put them in the comment section, so the pinned comment will have all your links that I've talked about. Thanks for watching, guys, and till next time, happy crochet.